Another packed week of VR news as the market grows with new investments and new startups. Heck, we've even got VR-controlled robots. And Valve fans are literally dreaming of the company's next headset, but we also have some real hints that they're getting ready for something big with Deckard. Let's jump in. Big move by Meta as they've just announced that Project Aria Gen 2 will ship to researchers in 2026. Now, these aren't your regular smart glasses and there's no displays here, but they're packed with sensors, compute, and tracking tech. Think of them as the secret training ground for what augmented reality will be in the future. Meta's basically planting the seeds for its next generation of wearable AI and gathering data to help define how future AR glasses actually see the world. Meanwhile, MagicLeap and Google just extended their hardware partnership and even showed off a new prototype. This will use Google's micro-LED display tech and MagicLeap's optics. It marks the start of the lightweight wearable side of Android XR, after what I'd consider a very promising start of the new operating system that just debuted with the Samsung Galaxy XR. I've made a separate video about the Galaxy XR if you want to see everything it can do, and I'll link it in the description below. Now, there's no release date yet on this MagicLeap product, but the message is loud and clear. Google's not sitting out the XR wars, and they're building an army of developers and partners to tackle all sides of it. And yeah, Meta and Apple, the pressure's officially on. And talking about Meta, Reality Labs just restructured once again. Horizon OS is now its own division, separate from the Metaverse team. That means Meta's treating Horizon OS not as a side project, but as the core platform running everything from the Quest 3 to future XR hardware in both their own devices and partner ones such as the rumored Asus ROG Tarius. This is supposed to be the first headset shipping with Horizon OS and having the main focus be gaming, with it potentially having both eye and face tracking and featuring QD-LCD or micro OLED displays. In other words, Horizon OS is no longer that metaverse thing. It's the operating system for whatever Meta builds next. Switching things up a bit, here's a weirdly cool one. 1X Neo, a 66-pound humanoid robot that you've likely seen plastered all over your homepage. Now, they market this as being autonomous, but while you can pre-order it right now, the machine uprising is not quite there yet. Because for most of the tasks it can do around your home, it's actually controlled by a human through VR telepresence via Quest 3. Humans in headsets remotely pilot Neo to tidy homes, fetch drinks, and even load dishwashers, while its onboard AI learns from them. It's expected to launch in 2026 for $20,000. Early buyers basically become AI trainers, which is just wild. VR's no longer just games, it's how we'll teach robots to live with us, and it feels very Black Mirror-ish. A few former Oculus execs, including Brendan Iribe, just raised a whopping $250 million for their new startup Sesame. Their pitch? Lightweight smart glasses powered by conversational AI assistants called Maya and Miles. Instead of flashy AR visuals, these focus on an ambient interface that will allow you to just talk to them when you need something. It's another clue that the next wearable wave might not actually be screen first, it might be AI first. Switching over to the gaming side for a minute, Thief VR Legacy of Shadow sneaks onto Quest 3, PC VR, and PSVR 2 this December. It's built from the ground up for VR, including everything you'd expect from this franchise: stealth, rooftops, and moral choices. It's a sign that full-scale AAA style VR gaming is still breathing. My only worry is the average age of VR users, because most of them likely have no idea Thief used to be a huge franchise, so they might stick to just monkeying around for free, but we'll have to see. If that doesn't tickle your interest, then you'll be happy to hear that Forefront launches into early access on November 6th with 32-player matches, vehicles, and squad-based chaos. I've played the last open beta of it, and I've gotta say it was a ton of fun despite the graphics not being the best. Hopefully that'll be sorted during the early access and before the full release. And of course, we can't have a VR news video without talking about Valve, but this one is gonna be fun. Valve fans are officially losing it over the rumored Deckard headset. So if you ever want to have some free fun, go check out the Deckard subreddit. It's full of people literally dreaming about the announcements, with the user stating, "I dreamed about the Steam frame. Valve published a 40-minute documentary. The price was $1,300. That's next level hype. Meanwhile, Steam Link 2.0 quietly dropped, and users say it feels like wired VR, just without the wire. And after trying it on my Play for Dream MR, I pretty much agree. Video on that coming soon, so make sure to subscribe, and since you're already down there, like this video, it really helps a lot. Back to Steam Link 2.0, the new beta features dynamic foveated encoding, which, without getting technical, means lower latency with better visuals. This is basically Valve fine-tuning the streaming layer behind the scenes, and likely one of the ways they plan to make us empty our pockets when Deckard hits. Add in a sprinkle of hints about Half-Life 3 and hype from data miners like Brad Lynch, and it's very clear. Valve's building both the hardware and the software rails for a comeback. If Deckard nails wireless performance and PC VR integration, it could flip the VR table entirely. Fans aren't just waiting anymore, they're dreaming of that day. But there's good news across our little VR bubble of happiness, because over at Meta HQ, Reality Labs just posted a 74% jump in quarterly revenue, roughly 470 million. And that's thanks to retailers stocking up on Quest 3S units for the holidays. And whether you love or hate Meta, that's good news, as it means more people will be joining us. Now, a tiny caveat is that the Reality Labs division also lost 4.4 billion. But that's all good, right? Meta's clearly still in an invest now, profit later mode. The market is heating up, but we're not at the stable VR economy stage yet. What's really good to see is that they're starting to listen to their users, because Meta's newest Quest update, Horizon OS V83, has started rolling out to the public test channel this week, complete with the evolved Navigator UI. They've finally moved the dreaded Horizon worlds to their own sad little tab, so at least we won't have to see them in our games library after accidentally clicking one 4 months ago. True story. V83 also improves app pinning options, has a redesigned library, and improves room mapping for tricky spaces, such as ones with slanted ceilings. It's overall smoother, smarter, and way more social, clearly prepping Horizon OS for its life beyond headsets. It's finally starting to feel less like a VR app launcher and more like a spatial operating system. From research glasses to actual robots, AI-driven wearables to literal VR dreams, this week proves one thing: VR and AR aren't just surviving, they're colliding with AI, robotics, and fashion at full speed. And if 2025 is the build-up, 2026 might be the blast-off. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.